All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to piece together the clues behind a story that's been unfolding kind of in the shadows. Google's massive and very quiet plan to reclaim its throne in the world of artificial intelligence.
I mean, it's the question on everyone's mind, right? While competitors are launching product after product, it really feels like Google's just been sitting on the sidelines. But as we're about to see, that silence might just be the most strategic move of all. So let's start by looking at the current landscape.
So, to really understand what Google is up to, we first need to set the stage. And let's just say the current AI landscape has been anything but quiet.
It feels like every single week there's a new model, a new feature, a new headline from OpenAI or Anthropic. They're out there trading blows in public, and they're capturing the world's attention. And right in the middle of this frenzy, the original AI pioneer, Google, has been, well, suspiciously absent from the spotlight.
So, if Google isn't in the public ring, what's really going on? Well, our first clue comes from a series of very reliable leaks about what they're building behind the curtain. These leaks are all pointing to a major release, Gemini 3 Ultra, and it's supposedly slated for December of next year. Now, this follows that really tantalizing tease of Project Astra we saw earlier this year, and the whispers are only getting louder. This isn't just another incremental update. It seems to be something fundamentally different. And this right here is the key. The leak suggests Gemini 3 isn't being designed to just be a better chatbot. The ambition is way bigger. They're trying to create a universal interface, an AI that interacts with the world through sight and sound and in real time.
This whole thing is apparently powered by the full integration of Project Astra, so we're talking about a real-time vision assistant with true multimodal capabilities, which in simple terms just means it can understand text, images, and sound all at once, seamlessly. And the goal is near zero latency, so the interaction feels instantaneous, totally natural.
Now, an ambitious product is one thing, but who is it for? Our second clue reveals Google's strategy to capture what might be the most lucrative market of all, the enterprise.
To understand Google's move here, you have to understand the biggest barrier for big companies wanting to adopt AI. It's not capability, it's fear. The number one fear is that their sensitive, proprietary data will be used to train a model and potentially leak out to the public, or even worse, to their competitors.
And this is Google's answer. They just launched a feature called Private AI Compute. It's a guarantee. Any data a company sends to Gemini through Google Cloud is firewalled. It's processed in a completely sealed environment, and crucially, it is never used to train Google's future models.
Now, make no mistake, this is a direct shot at the competition. You can see the difference laid out plain as day. On the left, you've got the standard model. Your data gets used to train their future models. But on the right, you have Google's promise. Your data is sealed and never used for training. They're basically telling the entire enterprise world, with us, your data is yours, period.
So we have a powerful product and a clever market strategy. But our third and final clue is the most powerful of all. Because as they say, you gotta follow the money.
$40 billion. This isn't a rumor, this is a confirmed investment from Google. Just let that number sink in for a moment. This is a huge signal of confidence and commitment.
So where's all that cash going? To a massive expansion of physical infrastructure. We're talking new and expanded data centers in Texas, Iowa, and all across the United States. And let's be super clear here. This is not routine maintenance. This is them building the foundation for something entirely new.
So why do they need all this power? Because the leak suggests Gemini 3 is a completely different class of model. This chart kind of gives you a sense of the rumored scale. Compared to something like GPT-4, Gemini 3 is expected to be significantly larger, requiring a truly unprecedented amount of computational power just to get it to run.
You don't spend $40 billion on a whim. This level of investment in pure physical hardware is the strongest possible evidence that Google isn't just trying to catch up. They believe they have a model and a strategy that will let them leapfrog the competition and reclaim that AI throne.
Okay, so we've seen the product, the market, and the money. Let's put these pieces together and see what Google's hidden master plan really looks like.
When you put all the clues together, the strategy becomes crystal clear. First, you build a truly next-generation multimodal AI that does way more than just chat. Second, you capture the enterprise market by solving their number one fear with a rock-solid privacy guarantee. And third, you build the massive custom infrastructure you need to power it all at scale.
So it turns out that silence wasn't a sign of weakness or that Google was falling behind at all. It was the quiet focus of a giant,
building not just a single product, but an entire vertically integrated AI ecosystem that is designed for one thing: dominance.
Google is pushing all its chips to the center of the table. They have the product vision, the market strategy, and they are building the physical foundation to make it a reality. The only question that remains is, will it be enough for the sleeping giant to finally wake up and reclaim the AI throne?